It's mainly due to the fact that we had a real depth of knowledge and a real sort of strong senior team working on it from the word go. And it's actually part of the M&C Saatchi able kind of philosophy that the people with the best people win, you know, and I think this is a kind of a case in point. You know, we really put the very, very best kind of resources we had at our disposal on it, and we really have throughout the 2 years of our existence prided ourselves on really going for only the top people in each of their kind of disciplines or fields or whatever you like. So I think it's, you know, the best man won in the end.
I think there are a lot of opportunities creatively with Edgars, you know, that we'll really be able to bring to life.
I think it's also nice that we've got the breadth of the account to move sort of from the digital space through to the traditional above the line space all the way to the direct space. So I think, you know, by making it one agency throughout all kind of disciplines or channels will mean that the creative will essentially have to be stronger so that it can live and really be explored in each of those channels. At M&C, it really, we put up a slide in every presentation that says the only thing that matters to us is your bottom line, Mr. Client. And you've got to be serious about it. You've got to take it kind of at face value, because ultimately that's what your client is looking to you for. And, you know, awards as a byproduct of that is great, and creativity does, it's proven, stimulate, you know, a higher ROI, more involvement with your customer, more share of wallet. So, you know, the creative integrity has got to be respected, but you've got a very real job to do. And I think from a client perspective, that's the value you have to bring to them. You have to go and make their business better. You've got to be an integral partner. And you know, our weapon is creativity, if you like. But ultimately, you've got a very real task, and that's to make them leaders in their field.
I don't know if there's so much a trend as it is about really the quality of the people in the agency, whether it's big or small or medium. I think clients are looking for value, they're looking for smart people, people who can deliver, people who understand their business. So, you know, hey, there might be those wins, but maybe that's essentially where all the smart people are at the moment.
M&C Saatchi Able is a little over 2 years old, and before the Edgars pitch and the Edgars win, we had kind of built up to right about 90 odd people across the two offices. We work on a one office, two doors kind of policy. So there's a lot of integration, there's no rivalry between either of the offices, there's one bottom line. So, you know, we had really grown phenomenally in that short space of time. Again, coming back to it, and we sound like we're harping on about the same thing, but by getting the best people we could. So this is just sort of another point in our hopefully kind of awesome rise and kind of growth, you know, as we develop more and more relationships and grow bigger and bigger. But yeah, it's sort of a lovely place to be. But I think, you know, if you look back on those 2 years, you can kind of see how the trajectory that we're on has kind of brought us to this point. It's not as though we were here and now suddenly we've gone here. We like to think we were kind of just doing this, and, you know, this is a lovely, awesome space to be in, and it's kind of an affirmation of that what we've done in our philosophy and the way we were approaching things kind of is starting to work, and I think making a lot of sense to people out there. I'm Mick, he's Nick.
The simple answer.